Hi guys, perhaps I'm wrong, but I try to give journalists, even the likes of Laura Kuenssberg, the benefit of the doubt. But it can be difficult when she has changed her tune now that the Conservatives are no longer in power. She explained in this clip for the newscast that the Prime Minister Keir Starmer had promised to do something big for the NHS, but was iffy on social care. Kuenssberg claims that after speaking to politicians over the years, that it's impossible to resolve the core problems of the NHS if you don't first fix social care. Is she right?
Keir Starmer sat with us last weekend and he said, I'm going to do the difficult things now. And he stood then on Thursday and said of the Darcy review, I'm going to be bold about the NHS and we have to reform it or it's going to die. And then almost in the next breath, he said, but social care, we're going to kind of look at that. And in the next, maybe even 10 years, we'll look at that. Tons of politicians and officials who've said to me over the years, you just cannot fix the NHS's core problem if you don't fix social care. The Darcy report said that 13% of people are in hospital because there isn't social care. So hospitals are chock-a-block. They're clogged up with people who can't get the care they need in the community. And that's a massive drain on the health service. So it was interesting that Keir Starmer was willing to sort of go there on winter fuel allowance, say that unsayable, get rid of that for millions of pensioners, but not be ready to come forward with a plan of social care, which we should also say Labour did say until very recently that they were going to go ahead with a cap on costs.
Okay, so when it comes to social care and it comes to the NHS, we're looking at two different things. Now, of course, they are connected because there are people who are, as was pointed out, people who are in hospital who can't be moved into social care because there aren't places available. Now, why would Starmer focus more on, for example, the NHS waiting list and GPs and not on social care? Because social care is very difficult to fix. Why? Well, because people can't be moved in, because there aren't places available. Why are there no places available or insufficient places? Because they don't have the staff. Social care have been crying out for staff for a number of years now. Now, you can't fix that overnight. You may not be able to fix that over a number of years. So instead, it seems, and maybe I'm giving Keir Starmer the benefit of the doubt here, but instead it seems what they want to do is focus on GPs and bringing down the NHS waiting list, because both of these things would reduce the stress on the NHS, and it would, of course, take some of the heat out of the situation when it comes to social care. So people could stay in hospital a little bit longer without having to be waiting for a bed in social care. Now, when it comes to GPs, if you're able to provide preventative care, this will avoid people going into A&E and then taking up a bed and then putting pressure on social care. So if you're able to stop people from getting seriously sick, if they're able to be treated by their GP, then this will alleviate pressure on the NHS. Now, in order to achieve that, you need more GPs. You need to have surgeries employing more GPs. A lot of GPs are sitting around waiting to be employed, but there are problems with the surgeries to employ them. This needs to be fixed. This is something that perhaps the government could do relatively quickly. And then when it comes to the NHS waiting list, many people are off sick. They're waiting for treatment. If this can be sped up, then of course you're going to move people off the waiting list into treatment and then back into work. So this will alleviate stress on the NHS as well, because if people are waiting around for treatment or not getting the treatment they need, this is creating stress within the NHS itself. So it does seem to make sense that Starmer and West Streeting are going to focus more on GPs primarily instead of social care, because, well, they can try and fix that easier. It's an easier problem to fix, it seems. Now, I'm not an expert on social care. I'm not an expert on the NHS, but it does seem from a layman's point of view more sense to fix the issue with GPs than that of social care. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.